What is your favorite thing about childhood?
That is a really hard question. But it would probably be waking up in the weekends watching cartoons because there's no school. That was awesome.
What's one thing that annoys you about Tim?
That's easy. He's never ever on time and it drives me crazy.
What do you do when you can't sleep?
I used to twist and turn, and then I realized that trying to fall asleep was just so exhausting. So these days I just stay up and I read because reading makes me sleepy. Unless that's when the book gets interesting. But yeah, I do that, and sometimes I hypnotize myself.
What age did you have your first period?
12.
If you and Tim were animals, what kind of animals will you two be?
This one's very easy. I think Tim would be a chihuahua because he's tiny, but he's so yappy and loud. And I would probably be a dik because they're very short. They're like 30 centimeters high or something, but they're very quick and nimble.
What's something you enjoyed as a kid but not so much now?
For me, it's playing the Game Boy. It's something different now. I like the whole bulkiness. I don't know, it's just not the same.
How do you get over trying to achieve a perfect persona?
I hear this all the time. Nobody is perfect, but sometimes you really have to accept that you will never be perfect no matter how hard you try. So why try to be perfect, because it takes up too much energy for something that's just sheerly impossible. So I'm just happy when I'm able to be me.
What's something you hated doing as a child but love now?
Back then as a kid, I just hated cleaning, but now that I'm older, I actually enjoy it.
When do you and Tim plan to have babies?
This is such a common question that you guys ask us. It's weird because when we were boyfriend and girlfriend, all people asked us was when you guys getting married. But when you're actually married, it's when you guys having kids. Tim and I have definitely talked about this before. We do want to have kids, but maybe next year. Maybe start thinking about it sometime next year.
What are your top 3 most used phrases?
Tim! I'm hungry! And also, get doggy.
What was the first album you bought?
Spice Girls.
Say Bubbles as angrily as you can.
Bubbles! Doesn't work. Bubbles! Bubbles? No, that's disappointment. I need to build up the anger. Bubbles! Bubbles! It doesn't work.
What's the best and worst thing about living in Hong Kong?
The mosquito bites are pretty bad too. The good thing about living in Hong Kong, there's a lot, but the top reason has to be fast internet.
Describe you and Tim's relationship in 1 word.
Bubbles! I'm just kidding, it's not. It would be blessed.
Do you fold or scrunch your toilet paper?
I would say I'm a folder. Why would anybody scrunch their toilet paper? That's just weird.
What kind of superpowers would your superhero have, and what would you name her?
Well, I would give the superhero the ability to talk to animals, and therefore she would be called the animal whisperer.
How are Gemma and Emma doing?
Emma and Gemma are in this bag. And the reason they're in this bag is because I'm kind of freaked out by both of them. They are supposed to have synthetic hair, but Emma has white hair. Emma and Gemma has white hair. This one's... Oh crap. Just dropped it. My apologies! Oh, Gemma. But yeah. Because they have white hair, I could only come to the conclusion of one thing. They're alive.
Who would you rather sacrifice, Chubby or Domo?
Really? What kind of question is that? I'd rather lose Tim. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I would rather lose my own life than like you!
How tall are you?
Originally, I thought I was 150 centimeters, but due to a recent full body check I had, turns out my height is actually 148 centimeters.
What do you love the most about Tim?
He just makes me laugh because he's so goofy, but I find it really cute. So those are some of your Twitter questions answered. Thank you guys so much for submitting. If you guys want to ask me a question for my next Ask Bubzvlogz video, then remember to add me on Twitter. Bye everybody! Oh, made a chick. Not supposed to.